Hello, my name is Mary Walker. This is Mary Walker Case Studies, and this channel is all about helping your business grow through the power of storytelling. So, I want to talk about why case studies matter, more specifically, customer case studies. You usually don't, usually when you think of case studies, you just think of like graphs and, you know, charts and, all this like boring data stuff that you see about like companies, mainly like the B2B case studies. But in B2C case studies, it's more about being conversational. It's all about being relatable. Like the customer wants to know, is this company trustworthy? Can I trust that I'm putting my money towards a good brand? Like customer case studies shows, um, it builds consumers' trust because we in a day and age where people look at reviews before they buy stuff. Like 90, I think 98% of people look at reviews before they purchase anything online. I know I certainly do. Like people look on Amazon, people look on Google, people look on Yelp, all these other review sites to make sure that this product is quality. And like customer case studies, not only does it like tell you your product is good, but it actually gives you like examples. Because unlike other forms of copywriting, customer case studies is considered a form of copy. But unlike other forms of copywriting where you had to like, you know, where you have to like sell, but with customer case studies, you kind of like you like letting your other customers sell for you. You're showing them why this product works rather than just telling them your product works. So customer case studies are just it's just a long form testimonial, but unlike testimonials where you just read like a sentence or like a paragraph long like statement, a customer case study just goes over the whole story arc. It's all about the hero's journey. It's all about making your customer the hero and you the guide. Like so the customer is basically trying to like is fighting you know, the bookstore brand explains this better, but basically the customer is basically like fighting dragons and he's fighting this big monster. He's trying to defeat and he doesn't know how to defeat him. And you, being that you know the ins and outs of your dungeon, you can show him how to defeat this big dragon and what strategies to use to beat this big old dragon. So the customer is all about the customer, not about the company, so because a lot of times businesses they like to brag about, the company did this, the company sold this many products, the company was featured on Forbes and blah blah blah. The customer doesn't really care about that stuff. The customer wants to know what's in it for me, what's in it for me. So when they hear a person speaks from their point of view, from the customer point of view, they feel more at ease saying, okay, I could trust this person because he did this, he delivered this result for this person. A great example of a great customer case study is well, it's kind of messed up for me to say this now because of what he did, but Jared Fogle. For those who remember Jared Fogle, he was a guy from Subway. He used to be on every Subway commercial from like 2000 to 2015, and he was like everywhere. He was obese, and like he ate Subway sandwiches to help lose weight, and since he started losing weight, he becomes spokesman for Subway, and that helped Subway like really, and the Subway brand like really took off because of Jared's Fogel's story. I mean, Subway was already a big household name prior to Jared, but it was Jared that really put Subway like out there with McDonald's and Burger King as the top fast food chain in the world. So that's just like I just like an example of how powerful a customer case study can be. Like it can really like make your brand like 10 times bigger if done right. Or another example of a great customer case study that like really like um, helped the company is or yeah, I can't think of anything. Forgot. Okay, my mind just went blank. Um, I'm just trying to think of other examples of a great customer case study. But anyway, customer case studies are like super important because it shows, consumer trust. It shows that, the customer that you are in it for the customer and you're not just in it for yourself. You're not just being braggadocious. You're actually showing empathy, but also showing authority. That hey, I know what you've been going through, but I helped the I helped X person right there who went through the same struggle, and look at where he's at now. Um, I guess another example of a customer case study. This is more of a general example. It's basically at college. So colleges are like the best example of customer case studies because they interview people a lot, and colleges use like ordinary people who probably came from lower middle class family, didn't know how it's going to pay for college, but then um, they when they scholarship they advertise one of the scholarship programs, and now that said kid is now going to that said university because he followed through on a scholarship, and that's why so many people spend thousands of dollars to send their kids to college because of the power of storytelling, because they saw somebody else who was living, either below the poverty, no, who's living above the poverty line, just above the poverty line, just barely making ends meet, and now they son or their daughter are going to college, and um they get to send their kid to college. So that's just another example, a great example of why customer case study works. It makes people more confident in a purchase. It makes people feel more at ease when they're going to invest their hard-earned money into something that may or may not work. So, customer case study builds confidence, and it builds relatability with the consumer. So, with that being said, this is Mario signing off.